Hello guys and welcome to Season 12 of MRC. We are here for MRC-X and we are in Zandvoort and it is looking very, very cloudy, surprisingly enough, but we all know what MRC-X brings. We all know our Friday night entertainment is nowhere else but here, and I'm sure everyone is just as hyped as I am for this because it's going to be incredible. Don't forget, we have many new things come to the league this season. We have the stewarding system, the new one, which is all in the Discord, so make sure you check it out and be very, very careful and pick your moves very, very wisely. But Season 12 is now underway, and I am joined tonight by a man that is going to be a bit of a livery watcher. He's a professional judge in all these talent shows. He goes by the name of Simon Cowell, aka Winky. How are you?
Good evening.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm alright. How are you?
I am absolutely splendid. I'm buzzing for Season 12, I'll tell you that much.
As am I.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very fascinating. And my other guest is League Manager. I think he's won a couple of titles at some point in MRC. I think he's won 2 Tier 2s, 1 MRC-X Elite. He's a head commentator. Okay, I'm not listening to all of his accolades because I do it every time, but it's Mark Hodgson. How are you?
Good, thank you, my friend. I'm good. Yourself?
It's Season 12, of course I'm good. I have to be good. It's
I know,
amazing.
we're back.
It feels good. We had the team draw last night, even if people did try and stop us. And then now we are underway for the first race of what's going to be an absolutely fantastic season. I can feel it. Are we going to get a title commence between Chris Bailey and Xavier for, what is it, like the 5th season in a row now? Are we going to get everything that we possibly hope for? Well, everything that we expect in MRC these days, but I am going to take you for a lap with the mighty Chris Bailey himself because he is the first man to go round the track. He crosses the line and now you hit turn 1.
You're wrong.
Sorry,
one-shot qualifying, that was that.
Oh god, it was. I've completely missed it. I forgot it was one. Thank you guys. I'm glad you're on the ball. But let's see, is anyone in YouTube chat? Fabian is there, good to see you. But we will check the grid as it comes up because, to be fair, one-shot quality is a very easy one to miss.
That's really off big time there.
No, yeah, it threw me off as I completely forgot it was one-shot qualifying. That is my bad, sorry guys. But your grid for the sprint, don't forget, it is a one-shot quality sprint and 50% race distance. So Ziad will start on pole. Chris Bailey in P2, Xavier in P3, Doris in P4, Wimax P5, Anton in P6, Aldrich Fabian in P7. G-Star in P8, Wookie in P9, Lorpy P10, Single Track in P11, Sociopath in P12, Mark in P13, Carl in P14, Danny in P15, Melvin in P16, Scottish Ninja P17, Smith P18, Jackster P19, and Haggerboy did not settle up. He is in P20. Winky, who do you think is going to win the sprint?
Now you're asking. There's a lot of big names in this race. Anything can happen, really. You can't really head against either Xavier or Chris. Obviously being the title challengers from last season. Xavier inevitably winning.
Yeah.
For the what is it,
are they joint?
He's got now?
Are they joint choices for you then?
Well, he had to be on the fence, so I'm gonna go Chris Bailey. I'm gonna say Chris Bailey's gonna start the season with a bang.
Nice. Well, Mark, are you happy with your qualifying there?
You know what, I absolutely milked it. I'm still having wheel connection issues, it keeps disconnecting. Again, which is weird. It was fine earlier, but yeah, I mean, I milked that lap, and still only 13th, so that shows what a good job the guys are doing at the moment. So there is potential for a bit of light rain in the main race as well. Potential. So it's going to be an interesting one. That one, yeah. Still having connection issues, so this is going to be interesting.
Well, I hope they sort themselves out. But we have got an entire formation lap to chat a lot of rubbish. So,
very much so.
Ziad, what great pace that is from him as well. This might even be his MRC-X debut, if I'm not mistaken, which is a bit of a statement. Is he throwing himself in the pack early? Don't forget, reserves from each tier will get the priority. So, Ziad's actually in a very good position at the minute to be almost guaranteed a seat if he checks in each week. So, that's good news for him. It could throw him right in the mix. But we've got so many quick drivers here tonight across tier 1, 2 and 3. Don't forget we are down to 3 tiers now.
Right.
But let's have a little look at the liveries, Winky, because I know you're a very professional, harsh judge because of X Factor and Britain's Got Talent and all that sort of stuff. So, well, let's have a quick little look, see what they've turned up with. What do you think of Ziad's?
It looks actually quite nice. It's the way. I don't know if it's just my camera or just the sunlight, because I don't know if it's black and yellow or blue and yellow, quite dark blue.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Judging by that, either way, it still looks quite nice. It looks, if you're going by the blue, it looks like the old Renault livery, Fernando Alonso's Renault.
Yeah. Now we've got Chris Bailey's Max Verstappen inspired livery. I slipped up on that one.
Wow. I think you triggered him as well for something like that. Must be true.
I'm not going to.
I like it.
I'm not going to. You like it?
It's actually not bad.
No, it's not bad. I will say that. Saviours, we have right. MRC-X rules. You have to be nice about Saviours because his girlfriend may have created it. So you have to be nice, okay? Otherwise, we're in big trouble.
I can't really see it now.
Yeah, neither can I. We will skip livery chat. Let's hope there's no safety cars, but if there is, we will come back to it. I've got the worst camera angle in mankind,
Indeed.
but at least I can see the lights. That is the most important thing. But we are poised. This is the sprint race. It's 12 laps around what is a very tiring circuit, but come on, the lights. Are you coming on? 2, 3, 4, 5, and for season 12, we are racing. Great start from Ziad. He's made a brilliant getaway. But Chris is also right there. Is he going to make the move into turn 1? He might just. No, Ziad gets the outside line. He's just about covered it for the time being. But everyone looks like they've made it round pretty well, which is really good to see, actually. So, let's see. It's not the easiest track to overtake, though. Oh, what's happened?
Smith at the back, right at the back. Smith's lost his front wing completely.
Oh, he has. I've just
I'm not sure what happened. But
yeah, that is not a good start to season 12 for him. But there's still a long way to go, and he's still got a whole 50% race to go after this as well. And don't forget, everyone scores a point in MRC-X, so it is always worth staying. For sure.
Mark and Dan, are used here having a course grip.
Yeah, I didn't think you could actually go side by side through these bits, but you can, and that's great from Danny. I'm glad it's him I'm going side by side with. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that.
Can I just say that I've just been blinded by Mark Hodgson's livery, but
there it is.
We'll move swiftly on. But I tell you what, look at Ziad's start here. We've got the timing glitch all over the place, so I can't see how far he is clear, but he is. Chris, and guess who Chris has attached to his rear end? None other than Saviour. This is going to be another season-long one. I can already feel it in the air. But, oh, I tell you something, Doris and Saviour nearly came together in the banked hairpin there. That could have nearly ended in a lot of tears. Doris had a little look up the inside, but he backed out for the time being. So that is smart driving from him. Womack's in P5. Anton's fallen a bit back. He's a bit detached from the group, but we know Anton's got unreal pace. And he's actually started on a normal set of tyres, so weird things do happen.
It's not like him, is it?
Oh my god, Ant deserves to be sacked from every job he's ever had just for the joke he just made in YouTube chat.
Oh, what's he said?
Who will have the MRC-X factor tonight?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Wow.
I'm not, I feel disgusted in myself that I've even just repeated it.
That's something I would say.
Well, yeah. You're the one that's got to promote it.
Reasons.
But, oh, what's happened? Scottish Ninja's out!
Oh, Scottish Ninja.
Safety car! Wow.
Where has he lost it? Oh,
that is what I'm trying to work out. Yeah, sector 3, that is. That's a very harsh traction zone, so I think he may have lost a bit of traction and potentially speared it into the wall.
Not a good start. Not a good start to the season for the Challenger Tier champion.
But I tell you what, I think everyone knows how quick of a driver Grant is, and he will be back. So
he certainly will. He certainly will. Yeah, he had a lot of bad luck last season. That I think I said this as well last night. I've said it to him personally and said that in the draw last night how good a driver he is and how quick a driver he is.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think I think everyone's a bit sick of how much I bigged him up on MRC-X about how far he's come from when he started to now. So, no, he's definitely very good. But I tell you what is interesting, I haven't looked at the tyres until now, but there's actually 3 guys on the mediums. Everyone else went for the softs. So I wonder if those guys on the mediums maybe don't think that they're going to last fully.
It was touch and go. I nearly went for the mediums. Danny seemed to have made them work. Either that or everyone's using a lot less downforce than I am, which is entirely possible.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, Connor, you did put a jinx on it. Connor Curse is back. Safety car.
No, you see, that's one thing that's never ever going to go away, okay?
What happened to Melvin on the What happened to Melvin during the safety car?
Yeah, he spun up there a little hairpin.
Wait, safety car in this lap, but no one's even caught up to a safety car. Oh no.
The safety car is driving. The safety car is around 3rd sector.
Yeah, no one's even on the safety car yet.
Bart Mainlander's had enough already.
Oh no. I really hope he is actually coming into the pits, otherwise this is going to cause carnage. Yeah, he's in the pits. Okay. But the thing is...
The thing
is, Chris has effectively been the safety car the entire time. I'm really hoping he doesn't come out the other end of the pits. I think he has, you know.
No, it seemed to have stopped. I can see the yellow dot.
Okay, thank God for that.
Yeah, what's going on?
Right, well anyway, apparently... we are now going back racing. So
we shall find out.
Yeah. I'm hoping we are going back racing.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, right, so
yeah, here we go.
Let's get this underway. Right, so we're gonna go with that. I don't think it's caused anyone too much harm, to be completely honest. So I think we'll be fine. But Max, again, he's a bit detached, isn't he? Him and Anton have sort of dropped off this lead pack a little bit. Doris, Xavier, Chris and Ziad are very, very close together though. These guys are the probably 4 favourites at the minute for the win. So let's see. But the good thing for Ninja and Smith is they've got a long way back. Like we said, there's a full race after this, so they will be definitely back in the contention. But it's not an easy track to overtake at, is it?
It's not at all. It's quite a narrow track.
Yeah, it really is. There's just too many high-speed corners.
Yeah.
And at the end, even turn 1, you've got to be so precise with how you overtake. I actually prefer the outside line for an overtake into turn 1, personally.
Oh yeah, well, on the banking corner, yeah.
Well, no, even on the turn 1. I think that's
that's
sort of
that
banked, isn't it? Yeah.
That is banked anyway, isn't that? Or
yeah, it is, but I've just seen it. It's very slightly banked, but
from what I've read, done a wee bit of research before this, the Tarzan corner, it's banked 18 degrees, which is more than a lot of motor speedways in the US.
Wow, that's crazy. When you think about how it almost looks like they're driving uphill in like IndyCar and stuff like that, doesn't it? So and NASCAR. But let's have a look. So Chris is actually Ziad's now nearly pulled a second on Chris here. So Ziad has got some unreal pace early on here. Xavier's obviously still right attached to Chris. Doris is right there as well. But let's see, is anyone going to be able to get any moves done early on here? I think this is going to be a very strategic race. A lot of people are going to be trying undercuts, overcuts, things like this.
Indeed.
So
Danny's all over the back of Martin at the moment. As well, down the other end.
I wonder if the soft runners are sort of struggling a bit, because we all know how insanely quick Martin is. So let's see. Is Danny going to be able to get him? That's the question. Danny's got a very oh no, that's Mark right on the back of Danny as well. So I knew I saw a bright livery somewhere, and there it is. He's going, he's having a little look.
Going defensive.
He is, he's gone super defensive. Is this going to open up the chance for Mark to go up the inside? Oh, very, very close between the two, but everyone comes out unscathed. So, good racing from
Martin. His lag bit of oh, that was nasty. That was a wee bit cheeky from Martin.
Cheeky, but I didn't see it, so let's see what's going on.
Danny was going side by side with him out of turn 3, and he left him not one bit of room.
Okay, so Mark is now past though. Mark, I bet you'll be happy to take 2 positions there.
Yeah, quite happy with that. But now with DRS enabled, going to be tricky to defend against Martin. I have deduced that I am very slow in a straight line.
I think a lot of people will be round. I'd be surprised if a lot of people aren't, to be honest. But it all goes by how risky they've gone with the wings, really, doesn't it?
Here we go on DRS on Wimax. Wimax hasn't got DRS, so he might have a chance here.
Got that on the stream. Ant's gone to the inside. Wimax on the outside. Ant's going to try the late move. He's got the inside line, but the outside line will give you a better exit for the run down to turn 2. But Ant's got it done. Great move.
What a move.
It really was. I tell you what, G-Star hasn't made the progress I sort of expected here. I thought he'd be going a lot better than he currently is, but he's still there, and we will probably still see him right in that title fight come the end of the season. But I tell you what we have missed. Chris Bailey taking the lead.
Oh yeah. I was watching and I was yeah, I just realised that.
Anton, why did you have to make an overtake at the same time as Chris? I blame Anton, that's what I do. I know he's listening, that's why it's easy to blame him. But let's see. Ziad's right on the back of him though, so I've got a feeling this isn't over. This could end up going down to turn 1 yet again. Ziad is likely to have the DRS, so let's see. I'm wondering if Ziad made a mistake somewhere, because that gap was over a second.
True.
So I do wonder if Ziad maybe had a moment somewhere, but let's go on board with Ziad. He's got the run on Chris. He's gone to the outside. Chris has gone heavily defensive to the inside, but I think it's going to be done before they even get to the braking zone. No, Chris keeps it sort of there, but Ziad's got that outside line, and he can carry a lot more speed because Chris made it more narrow. But what a move that is. Aldrich Fabian and G-Star seem to be having a good fight into turn 1.
Wookie's even joining that fight also, as well as Lobby. So there's a four-way battle for P7 at the moment.
Yeah, Wookie's in a Dutch sandwich. So, I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about the Nations race because I'm still really scarred by it. But, yeah. But I tell you what, the man...
Wookie...
Yes, go on, carry on.
Yeah, Wookie has drained his battery completely during that fight.
I'm not surprised. I mean, when you got G-Star around you, I think that's a natural thing to do. But I tell you something, look into P3 and P2 because Xavier is looking really, really racy. Is he going to have a look into Chris? He's not on this lap. He's being smart about it. The issue for Xavier is Chris has got the DRS from Ziad, so this little battle is going to carry on. Doris is also right there as well, ready to take the fight to the pair of them. But we've only got 3 laps to go. Wow, this has gone so quickly already.
It has, okay, definitely.
Yeah, but let's have a look. Is Chris close enough to get near? Ziad seems to have very good straight line speed.
It does seem that way.
Obviously, I'm trying not to show too much of the ERS levels because I don't want anyone getting a psychological advantage in it being my fault. But...
Oh, Fabian that lost out of turn 1. G-Star's got him on the inside.
Oh, he has. Oh, but he keeps it going into the banking. Wow, what a move that was from Fabian. Incredible.
He recovered well there.
Credit to G-Star as well, though, because it would have been very easy for him to just close the door there, and he didn't. He left enough room and more than a car's width. Very good driving for the pair. But Wookie's now looking incredibly racy on the rear end of G-Star. G-Star's lost a little bit, and now Wookie's there ready to pounce. There's a yellow flag. I think it's Anton. He's had a moment, and Fabian's through. Is he going to lose a position to G-Star as well? No, he's got the outside line. These two are going to be side by side down this DRS straight. Who's going to be the man who comes out on top? Anton's on the mediums, though, so I'm quite surprised.
As well.
Good move from Anton. He manages to keep he only lost 1 position, 2 to Wumax as well, but that's not the end of the world. But these front 4 are very closely matched, and I tell you something, if this is how it's going to be for the entire race, that's going to be very, very exciting.
Very much so, and plus, as well, no penalties yet.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it is, but I tell you something, G-Stars... Xavier has
have hit each other.
Oh, wow. Let's go and have a look at that. I think they're both just about okay. No, Xavier's still right there on the back of Chris at the minute, so they're both fine.
But they have lost a 3-second gap to the lead.
Not on my screen, they haven't.
Oh, then, okay, I must have a glitch then.
They're all still very much attached to each other on my screen, so...
Oh, I got my time glitch then.
Yeah, I think you may do, yeah. On my screen, they are, all four of them are still very, very closely matched.
Okay.
But, let's see what's going on. Anton's still right on the back. I'll tell you something, the soft seems to have lasted pretty well. How are the softs feeling for you, Mark?
Losing a bit of front end, but not too bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had another controller disconnection down the main straight, but luckily managed to get it back connected again.
Chris Bailey's
Well,
retook
that's
the
good
lead.
news. I was just about to start screaming then, but I was trying to let Mark finish at the same time. But Chris has taken the lead, yes. So on the last lap, and I tell you something, that's absolutely pivotal that he's done it on the last lap, because it's going to be very, very hard for Ziad to get anywhere near him. But I tell you something, Ziad's tyres look like they're struggling. He has a huge twitch out of the banking, which could now open the opportunity for Xavier on this last lap. Xavier's moving to the left, to the right. He's trying to look for any way past him, but he just cannot. That Ziad at the minute is just a roadblock. But is Xavier going to have a look? He is. Oh, he backs out. I've been quite sensible, but now he's going to become vulnerable to Doris, who's on his outside. Doris may have the better line here and maybe has to get the better exit. Doris has gone round the outside. There's a bit of a wheel bang, but now they've gone drug race down to the end of this DRS straight. Who's going to get the move done? Oh, there's contact. They both survived, but Xavier's kept the position for the time being. But Xavier keeps it. They got very close and personal, but I think they both just about come out unscathed, but it's lost Ziad a lot of time. Chris Bailey will take the win of the sprint race. Ziad will be second, and Xavier will still get third. Doris in fourth. Womack 7 seconds. I thought he'd be closer than that. He's usually very quick, but Womack will come home in P5. Anton will take P6 after. He managed to get past Aldrich. Aldrich 7th. 8th is G-Star, 9th is Wookie, 10th is Lorpy, 11th Sociopath, 12th Mark, 13th Single Track. Oh no, he's not finished yet, he's just come in now. Yeah, 14th Carl, 15th Danny, 16th Jackster, 17th Melvin. When he comes, I think he's on his way now. Yeah, Haggerboy in P18, and Smith is, sadly for him, quite a long way around the lap, to be fair. Oh no, he's just coming to the end of the second sector, so he will be fine and nearly finished. But how did the car feel there, Mark? Good?
Yeah, started to fade off last lap or so. But yes, good battle with Sociopath last lap. Had a bit more tyres than me front end, so no, it was okay. I think the limit really is 12 laps. Probably 11 for the softs.
Yeah,
I would say.
Oh well, so at the end of the day, this is all very good information, because it's the equivalent to a 50% distance. It could alternate the strategy a little bit as well when it comes to the actual tiered races next week as well. But Winky, you called it.
Yep.
Let's put it that way. Yeah, well, you did. You was predicting the sprint.
Okay, fine, yeah.
But I'm presuming you're probably going to pick the same again.
It's really hard to say after that.
Yeah, it really is. But that is the result of your sprint. Chris Bailey takes the win. Ziad in second, Xavier third, Doris fourth, Womax in fifth, Anton sixth, Fabian in seventh, G-Star 8th, Wookie 9th, Lorpy in 10th, Sociopath 11th, Mark 12th, Single Track 13th, Bit 14th, Danny 15th, Jackster 16th, Melvin 17th, Haggerboy 18th, Smith 19th, and Scottish Ninja was your only DNF. Wow. Martin said he ran out of fuel at the end. Well, that's not good news at all.
I wondered why you dropped off.
Yeah, apparently, well, the safety car, obviously, it was, you know, weird.
It was, well, it wasn't. It was, but wasn't.
Yeah, it was like, it was just weird, let's put it that way. But that also cost Martin fuel, apparently, so that is what's happened. Oh, it's wet. It's wet. I hope you've all got your Wellingtons on and your high visibility jackets, because, well, Mark's got his high visibility car, so he should be fine. But I think everyone else is going to be okay. But a wet race, this is going to throw a spanner in the works, that is for sure.
Definitely, this has probably changed everyone's perspective of this race.
The thing is, have people seen the weather properly? Because Mark said at some point, did it say on your screen it was going to start wet, or?
It just said it was going to have a bit of wet.
Okay, well that's...
So it didn't say when, it was always potential, but yeah.
The thing is, it's hard to say your car... Well, the thing is, about this track is, it's not drastically different from wet to dry in terms of wings, is it really round here? Why have you been disqualified?
Because it decided it was going to, before I disconnected, reverse. So that was good.
Seemed legit. I mean,
So that was good.
if your tyres weren't going to be cold anyway, they probably are now, sadly.
Freezing now. Yeah, that went well. So, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I think that's the first time in my MRC career, which spans from obviously start of season 2, that I've ever been disqualified on a formation lap.
I mean, I did once, because I did last season when I crashed into Dumbest Hornet at Baku.
If I remember correctly, Mark, were we not teammates that season?
Ooh, that's a good question.
If I'm not mistaken, if I'm thinking correctly.
I think you joined by that. Yeah, I think you might be.
I was joining at the same time as you.
Yeah, I think you were for part of the season. Yeah, good point, actually. In the Renault days.
Yeah, yes, you're right, yeah. Because I obviously left and came back.
Mark Hodgson in a Renault, I never thought I'd see that.
I started in Renault. Well, I used to work for Renault, so it kind of worked quite nicely. So yeah, it worked well for me to be in a Renault for the opening couple of seasons.
Yeah, I mean, that's alright then. I guess that, I mean, it's like Martin now with his affiliation to Alpine because of his rig, to be honest. So, that kind of works out nicely for him. But, Chris Bailey's going to be the man.
I just hope you can bring a team into Formula 1, which, with, as head of the motorsport, is Cyril the Beatable. So, that would be nice. Be interesting.
Wow, so they actually could. Yeah.
Yeah. There was talk about it a little while ago, but nothing since. I don't know. Who knows?
Is this you telling us that there's going to be contract talks between you and Cyril to get you in the #1 seat?
Well, I mean, I can't even finish. I can't finish tier 1, and I can't even apparently get off the line. So, yeah. No. That one.
Do you know what? When Cyril comes knocking, I'm going to say to him, watch this race, please.
Yeah.
No, I won't. I'll put him in one where you absolutely dominated tier 2 or something. But,
yeah.
Let's see. So, for the first time, this is the first actual race of season 12. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And let's go. It flashed, that caught me off guard, but let's go. Chris Bailey's had a good start, but Ziad's come very defensive over to the outside, but he's managed to keep the position. But I tell you something, there's a big contact between Ziad and Doris, but they managed to just about survive. But Saviour's actually looking around the outside. Oh, there's more contact between the two, but Saviour's actually got the move done, and he's into P2. No, but Doris has actually got the outside long.
I don't know, I think I got clipped and just went round, but I've also, my wheels decided going to have an absolute reset, so
Have we got a VSC, sorry?
Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, gents, I am out for the evening, do apologise. I'm going to try to bring the car back into the pit lane.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, my wheels decided, even though it worked fine today, literally any kind of movement on it, it's setting the force feedback off crazy. So, yeah, not gone well for me this evening. Absolutely guttering, to be honest. I thought with this wet race, and I thought, well, with the setup I've got, it might work quite nicely. But, yeah, not gone that well, unfortunately. But, hey ho, we tried to practice for Monday.
At least you got a few laps in the bank, ready for...
Yeah.
In race sim as well, sort of, so...
Yeah, and we'll work on that again over the weekend as well, so, yeah. But yeah, thank you for having me for the brief time I was here. And
all good.
Good luck to everybody. Good luck to everyone tonight. Good luck to you folks. And we will. I will speak to you all soon.
Make sure you tune in and leave a like. That's the important thing.
I certainly will. I'm always the first.
Good, of course. And that goes for everyone else as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyone that's watching and doesn't leave a like, Mark's coming for you. Just so you know. But. Let's go, we're back racing, we're on green flags, so let's... Chris, that's going to end in... Oh no, what's happened to Melvin?
Oh, Melvin?
Melvin's gone into the banking, that's a safety car.
Yep.
Wow.
Carl's got 5 seconds.
That may be looked at in stewards, I have a feeling, because that seems to be ignoring yellow flags, so that may be looked at, but that's a huge shame for Melvin. He will not be happy in the slightest, but...
Well, since now we've got a safety car.
I wonder if Haggerboy had damage because he's just come out of the pits. Yeah.
He did. He was part of that scrap with Mark.
Oh, that's a huge shame for him then. So he's now He's come out the pits though, so he's still sort of here, still sort of... Sorry guys,
Yeah.
I just had a notification of Mark leaving the party, so that's why there's going to be a little black screen. But luckily we're under the safety car, so it's all good. 24 viewers though, don't forget, like I said just a minute ago, leave a like. Make sure you're subscribed because Season 12's underway. We've got 4 races a week now, so make sure you tune in to each one of them because you get to see Winky in Tier 3. And why would you not want to see that? No, forget about me. The show's on you.
I don't know about that.
You're the main star in Tier 3, so... You and your Red Bull, they'll love you when we come here on Wednesday.
True.
As long as you're in Max's car anyway. But
well, speaking of Max, for a wee bit of trivia for you, since we're under the safety car.
Go on then, hit me with some trivia.
For when this track was actually in use for the F1 side of things.
Yeah.
Nearly every time, nearly every winner of this race has ended up becoming a world champion in the same season. For example, Max Verstappen these last 3 years, he's won every race here since this race has returned.
Wow, so he's the only driver to win here and he's the only driver to win the
world championship.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought that was going to be more complex than it. You made it sound a lot more complex than it was.
No, there's a lot more. No, there's a lot more. For example, the first ever in F1.
Okay.
Do you remember who won that race? Do you remember who won that race?
No, it was probably long before my time, to be honest.
It was very long before both of our times. Yeah, I can give you the year, you can guess if you like. It was
I don't think I'm going to get it right.
1952 was the first race in this track for an F1 World Championship.
I don't know. Who was it?
Alberto Ascari won it 2 years in a row, won the championship 2 years in a row.
Wow. So he's obviously one of the greats, isn't he? So
indeed.
He's up there.
The likes of Niki Lauda, Mario Andretti, Juan Manuel Fangio all have won here when they won their world title.
It's quite crazy to think that this is actually a pretty historic track, to be completely honest. I mean, and I'll tell you something, considering the nature of the track, this year's race was absolutely excellent. Last year's race was very good as well. The first one was a bit dull, to be completely honest, but 2 out of the 3 races since we come back have actually been fairly decent here, to be honest.
Yeah, I can agree.
I mean, this year we had that very heavy downpour of rain, didn't we, where
True.
A few drivers went flying off. And then we had the red flag, didn't we? But yeah, it was a very, very exciting race. But what do you think of this track? How do you feel driving it? Are you confident around here?
I'm improving, and it's to be fair, didn't think it would be. It's actually quite fun to drive. It's that flowing because I high-speed corners, so it's actually quite flowing whenever you nail it.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely one of my favourite tracks to drive in terms of enjoyment because you're constantly on a knife edge in terms of concentration around here.
True.
So it's definitely one of the more fun tracks to drive, but in terms of actual being able to race, it's not the easiest.
For overtaking, no, it's not.
You've got to be very, very almost sadistic with where you make your overtakes because one moment wrong and you're either going into a side pod or, well, it's either hero or zero really around here, isn't it, to be honest? So
True.
Yeah, but Mark is in a YouTube chat. He's gutted his wheel with having one of them. Yep, it is a huge shame. But safety car is in. So Chris Bailey is going to get us back racing. Let's see what where he's going to go. Around here, I'd almost leave it either go really early or really late. I wouldn't sort of go.
Long, 19 corner, this final corner, isn't it? So if you get a good launch, then.
Yeah, the issue is in the wet, you almost don't. You want to. Chris has gone, and he has actually caught Xavier a little bit here napping. So, oh no, he hasn't. Xavier's actually coming back to him.
Yeah.
Is Xavier going to be able to get the move done? He's actually closing. He's closing. He's closing. He's gone to the outside. Is he going to have a look around the outside? He's not, but he could get the switch back because Chris has gone very deep. This could open up an opportunity into turn 2. Saviour's got the inside, Chris has got the outside, but now they're going to still be side by side into the banking. Saviour will have the outside, which is somewhat the preferred line. He's going to get the better exit on Chris, and they're still side by side. Saviour's almost a car length ahead. He is ahead. Saviour's got the move done. What great racing that is between them two.
Good racing indeed. That's probably what it's going to be like for most of this race with them two.
Yeah, that battle's definitely not over, I can confirm. But
Definitely not.
let's see, Martin's had a good start. He's up to P10. He'll be pretty happy with that. Lorpy's had a very good start as well. He's up to P7. I'll tell you what, why is G-Star on the mediums?
He ended up boxing as soon as the safety car came in, but for some reason I'm not 100% sure what's going on.
It has stopped raining.
Oh, so it has?
So, I still think it's too early at the minute from... Oh, someone's gone really wide! I think it's... I think it was Chris or Doris. No, yeah, it was Doris. He went super wide at the exit of the DRS straight, touched the gravel a little bit. That's now opened up the opportunity for Womax, who may be able to get the move done. Is anyone else going to take the risk early here? So I tell you something, G-Star may have just pulled an absolute blinder if the track is remotely drivable in these conditions.
Got his ninjas lost like the RC. Danny's still going in P11 for P11 here. Danny's made 2 overtakes on the same straight.
Wow, that is...
well, he's gone too deep into the gravel. And he's now lost the 2 positions that he initially...
That is a huge shame.
Cards opted to be respectful.
Yeah, that is... I mean, the way I look at it is it's a marathon, not a sprint at this stage, isn't it? So, no point taking an unnecessary risk. But Chris will be chomping at the bit to get back to Saviour here. But Saviour...
Max is round wide.
Let's go and have a look. Oh, someone else has as well. Someone's followed him. I think yes, Lorpy. Wow, so those guys have... Oh, Lorpy's in the wall. I know he's actually kept it out, but he did spin. That's a huge shame. Lorpy, I was talking about how great his start is, and I probably shouldn't talk about drivers, should I, to be honest?
But Connor Curse is returning for season 12, is it?
It never went.
Oh, Danny went too aggressive towards Smith.
Oh, and it's not ended well. That's a shame. He's into P14 now. He hasn't lost too many. He should be okay. Interestingly, G-Star definitely isn't making up any time on people on those mediums, so he's definitely gone too early here. Yeah,
indeed. The track still looks very wet. Look at Womax defending from Scottish Ninja there. He was too far back anyway, but...
Yeah. But let's see what is going on here. I tell you what, Carl is pretty much attached to the rear end of Smith right now. I wonder if he's going to have a look into the banking. He does have a little look around the outside. The issue is that's now going to open him up a little bit to the ever fast, ever gracious, ever snidey Anthony. But he's not quite close enough to get the move done.
Lopez has boxed onto the mediums also.
He has.
After his spin.
Yeah, he has.
Anton almost into the back a bit.
Oh, that would not be ideal for Anton, especially as he's on a recovery drive as it is. Jax has joined the session. I actually didn't know he'd left, but I'm glad he's managed to get back in. I'll tell you what, Lorpy's also picked the mediums, which is interesting.
Is that not what I said? No.
Oh, sorry. I'm so invested in the race that sometimes I don't pick up everything that's said. But Doris, right on but Ziad is really struggling in these conditions.
Just blame it on my accent, sure.
But Ziad, here he comes. Is Doris going to be able to get the move done? Let's go on board with Doris. He goes to the outside. Ziad's flashing. I don't think he's got any ERS. They're very, very close on the entry. Doris is going to have the better line for the outside. He's going to get the better exit. They're going to be side by side through turn 2, which is probably going to leave them side by side into the banking. No contact made. Brilliant move done and dusted from Doris. Now he can set his sights onto the 2 title protagonists of every season ever. So,
Smith, Anton's round.
Anton,
he's caught it. No, he hasn't. He's catching it every time. He's not enjoying them tires at the moment. Them new enters.
I don't think he's enjoying this track in the wet at the minute. Sadly for him,
doesn't seem it.
But he will be a driver that will be back. He is so quick. But I tell you something, Chris Bailey is definitely coming back at Saviour here. He's going to have a little look as well. He's not. He's going to back out. But these guys are definitely going to be pushing each other. I don't think, surprisingly, considering how much we've seen these two race, I don't think we've ever seen them come together, which is...
No.
I mean, it's a credit to both of them, but you would think at some point it's going. I really hope it doesn't, but at some point it might. But here comes Chris. Saviour's gone super defensive to the inside. Chris is going to get the slipstream. He's going to have the outside line, which I've said so many times I think is the preferred. But Saviour is so strong on the brakes, but Chris hangs it round. He's going to get the exit like Saviour did. This could be absolutely spitting image of the move that Saviour did on him. And Chris is through. Saviour almost backed out of that a little bit. He was smart about that.
Yeah, very good, very respectful racing between the two of them. But look at this, look at the run. Saviour's nearly had the run on Chris out of the corner.
Please, for the love of God, do not go side by side through here. I can't deal with that.
Oh, VSC.
Oh, VSC.
Danny.
Yes, it'll be Danny. He's retired in the pits.
Okay.
So that is a VSC. Did he lose his wing before that or something?
It looks like he had lost it going into the pits.
So that is potentially what caused the VSC then. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to see... The thing is, the track doesn't particularly look like it's drying at the minute. So...
It's going to be interesting to see if anyone does dive it in for a set of medium.
It has definitely stopped raining. I'm looking at the front of the cars now. There is no raindrops on them. So...
No, not at all.
But let's take this moment to have a look at the livery. So we looked at Chris Bailey earlier. His is nice. Saviour's I really like, and I'm not just saying that because his girlfriend might have created it. It actually is a nice... Oh, drive through for Ziad.
Ziad.
Wait, has Doris got one as well? Wow! Doris, Ziad, Fabian all got one.
Wow.
Oh, no, so that tips this race on the head a little bit. But Saviour's got the run on Chris. He's going to have a look up the inside. He's not. He backs out just about for the time being. Fabian's serving his straight away, which is probably a smart thing to do, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, big moment on the exit of turn 1 for Doris there. He just about saved it. I could see it in the background of this battle between the lead two. But I tell you what is impressive. The start from Scottish Ninja. He started last. He's all the way up to P10 now. So
yeah, he's done very well.
He has. He's come through this field very, very quickly. I'll tell you what is interesting as well. This little battle that's forming now between Wookie, Sociopath and Single Track. Those guys all very, very close together. Sociopath keeps looking for different routes and different ways around the track to potentially catch Wookie off guard a little bit here.
Anton's got back. Is now on the comeback and he's got past Scotty's Ninja there.
Jackster's pit for hards.
Don't think hards are the way to don't really think the hards are the way to go.
I think hards are definitely a contender for probably the last tyre I would consider picking at the minute.
Yeah, I agree.
They're definitely the last one.
They're not going to be.
Yeah.
They're not going to be having much grip.
No, they're definitely not. But let's have a look at this little battle again between Saviour and Chris. Is Saviour going to be close enough? He's around about half a second down on Chris on this lap. So Chris is actually had a good lap, but Saviour. Oh, they both boxed.
Oh, okay.
Is this the time for them to go to the dry tyres? I do wonder. Are we going to see everyone's in? I think
Doris 5 seconds as well.
I think everyone knows something we don't here.
Doris and Wookie both 5-second penalties.
Mediums for Chris. Yeah, that's a huge shame for them. What has Saviour got on? He's also got mediums, so
Wookie's
yeah,
gone hards. Martin's gone hards. Everyone's going mediums or hards.
Do you know what though? The track doesn't look dry.
No, not really. Anton's opted to stay out to take the lead of the race.
Yeah. I mean, for us, it's pretty. We're not driving the cars. I tell you something as well. Ziad's been absolutely screwed there because it made him serve his drive-through and not his tyre. I wonder. No. Maybe he deliberately did it there.
Lots of wing to VSC again.
Big shame.
On his league debut today, isn't it?
Disqualified.
Oh, he's disqualified.
Oh.
Driving the wrong way.
Not good news, but this could be a good opportunity for Anton, Doris, Scottish Ninja and Ziad. This could be a big opportunity for those guys.
Doris obviously with that 5-second penalty.
And a drive-through. But I don't think the game will allow him... Oh, this could be it. No, it's not going to be a big opportunity for Doris, but for Anton, Scottish and Ziad, it definitely could be at this point. So... Oh, there's a big contact between Ziad and Scottish under the safety car. I think Ziad got away without any sort of damage, but drive-through for Lorpy. Okay, these guys have... That VSC was very short. Anton's come in. It's not worked out for Anton, sadly for him. The track is now looking... The track almost looks bone dry now, so they are definitely the right tyre to be on, that is for sure. Anton's gone for the softs. Well, he's not getting to the end on them, but Saviour's just gone super deep into turn 1. I think Anton may be hoping for another safety car here. So, we shall see.
Yeah, it's not out of the picture.
It's definitely not. And what is interesting as well is, Martin's gone for the hard tyre here. Which, do you know what, is probably the better choice to the mediums. Because they've got to do, what, 20... They're going to have done 25 laps on those tyres. They're not going to be great.
Oh, so Chris Bailey almost loses it.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he had a huge moment.
Bit of a twitch.
But I tell you something, the biggest gainer out of all of that, Anton. I think Anton may have been the only driver there that actually pitted on the perfect lap. What's happened?
Saviour dove to the inside of Chris Bailey out of the DRS straight to take the lead of the race.
Oh well, at least they both got away with it without any sort of damage. That is the main thing. Chris Bailey will definitely be right back on Saviour though.
DRS as well.
Yeah, DRS is now enabled, so this is a straight fight. But let's have a little look. Oh, Saviour went really late to the left there, but Chris decided on the inside.
Saviour's going to get the switch back in these at moment.
Yeah, he
out of
got away with it, but these guys are going to be hammer and tongue, I've got a feeling, for this whole race. But I tell you what, Sociopath, he's another driver that's sort of come from nowhere a little bit here.
True.
Him and Martin and Anton have really gained out of that safety car period.
Sociopath has gained 7 positions from the start, so he was P11 at the start.
Yeah, very impressive from all of them. It's crazy what a bit of rain and a safety car and picking when to pick at the right time can actually make you know, a huge difference to the shape of a race, can't it really? But what is interesting here is as well, Saviour right on the back again of Chris. Let's have a look. He's having a... Oh, I thought he was going to go to the inside, but Saviour has this thing. I've noticed it a lot when I watch him. He looks like he's always going for the move and then pulls out in the very last second, and it makes you think, oh, is he going to make a mistake on the braking here? But he never does. That's just how good he is.
He's just that good of a driver. Yeah, he's got the RS here, the one, Chris.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be done before they even get to the braking zone. This is going to be
what it's going to be like for the next 10 laps, like.
That's what I was going to say. This could be very rinse and repeat with these two. I'll tell you what though, look at that from Wookie on the hard tyre. He's only 4/10 off Anton on the softs. That's incredibly impressive from Wookie on the hard. And Aldrich though, he's also flying. I tell you what, he's having a good. I think this might be his league debut as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably, yeah.
I think I've seen the name before, but if not, welcome. Glad to see you on track. Good to see you having a good race as well here. He's actually second at the minute in the. Sorry.
Sorry, they're just saying there's been a lot of people called Fabian in this league.
Well, yeah, that's also a good point. But oh, I should have turned notifications off. That's my bad, guys. I'm really sorry for that. But Chris Bailey's still right on the back of the man, the myth, the saviour. So let's see what
this is here down the other end of the spectrum. Ziad on his comeback drive down at P10. He's right on the back of Aldrich. Can't get close to him though to make a move.
Yeah, let's go and have a look. Chris has gone to the inside again. He seems to prefer the inside line, I've noticed, on Saviour, but Saviour's super on the brakes. He stays round the outside. He may be able to keep the position. There is a slight wheel bank between the two, but Saviour holds on to P1 for one more lap at least.
And it looks like Ziad's going to end up getting Fabian on the DRS straight here.
Yeah, Ziad's on a bit of a comeback drive now, isn't he, a little bit? So.
He is, from leading leading after qualifying, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Well, he qualified pole, got second in the sprint, and then I mean, I think he just struggled a lot in the wet, did Ziad, but then he got the drive through as well. Yeah, it didn't work out too great for him, but he's still not in a bad position, to be completely honest. I mean, Aldrich is currently leading the Challenger tier. Is he the only driver left in the Challenger? No, Smith and
Scottish Ninja.
No, it literally is. No, it's only Smith and Aldrich actually left from the Challenger tier. So.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, so this is gonna be. But here's like round, what is it? 15 at this point of Chris Bailey against Saviour on the run down to turn 1.
Scottish Ninja has lost it.
Oh, big shame for him. Xavier, fastest lap. He's absolutely flying. I wonder if he's starting to try and now put that foot down and get away from Mr. Is Scottish Ninja all good? Has he got his front wing attached? That is the question.
Yes, he does.
That's good news. At least he can keep going then. But I tell you something, Winmax single track. Winmax has got past single track now, 4P6. So these moves are starting to come, and now they've got Carl joining them for a little bit of company as well. Interesting.
Indeed.
20 laps to go. Still an awful lot to play for here.
Very much so. Even the fight for P10 at the moment starting to come up a wee bit. Doris is on the back of Fabian.
Yeah, Doris again, another driver on a comeback drive who was literally there fighting for the podium just a few laps ago, wasn't he? So
he lost his 5 seconds and a drive through, didn't he? Didn't you say?
Oh, Ninja's out. That's a safety car. And I'll tell you something, this might be an opportunity for the guys on the mediums now to get to the end. They could put a set of hards on here.
We shall see what Xavier and Chris does.
I'd be surprised if one of them didn't.
But again, that's made things a lot more interesting in this whole race. No,
it has. Xavier stays out. What about Chris? He obviously thinks he can get to the end on those mediums as well. So those guys aren't. Is someone like Sociopath or Anton? I'd definitely
Anton
come in.
Will have
yeah,
to.
Anton's
Anton
definitely. I'm a bit surprised Sociopath didn't. I'm surprised these guys haven't maybe gone for something a little bit different here.
5-second penalty also.
Huge shame for him. No, everyone's staying out. So obviously the tyre wear here maybe not as bad as I'm anticipating.
Anton onto the medium tyres.
I mean, to be fair, 19 laps. I mean, it's not as bad as 25. Let's put it that way, is it? So.
True.
And he hasn't dropped that far down. He looks like he may actually still come out. He is going to come out in P9. So it hasn't worked out badly at all for Anton there, really. And the whole field's bunched now. He just needs to keep
everything clean.
But I tell you what, that could be a little bit interesting here. Fabian and Doris, both of them have pitted for the hard tyre. If Xavier and Chris do have to pit later in this race, I think they're hoping for an even later safety car than this, to be completely honest with you.
That's a good point also, yeah.
But again, it's obviously a risk they have to take. Their tyres could be absolutely dead come the end of this, and that could also bring Doris right back into play, especially if he can stay just sort of with a pack and within the DRS range of Chris and Xavier. So
there's no, you couldn't give a guaranteed winner yet, could you?
No, they're still you know 18 laps pretty much.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of twists and turns from here on. I mean, the guys towards the back will be hoping for no safety car. The guys towards the front will definitely be wanting a safety car, I think. So, still a lot to play for. Do you want to make a new prediction, or are you sticking with Chris?
No, you know what, I'm just going to stick to one with my guns.
You're going to stick to your guns, you believe in yourself?
I do, yeah, I'm going with my gut.
It is good to have someone that believes in themselves, even if I don't agree with you. But
who are you going for yourself then?
Oh, have I chose violence today? That's the question. Yeah. So my pick is going to be. Do you know what? You go Chris, I'll go Xavier. I'll sit on the fence with you. One of us, I think, could be right, but let's see. Again, like I said, it is far from over. But we have reached half distance now, so that's good news.
Yep. It's going to be very interesting come the end of this race to see who's where.
It definitely is. So let's have a little look. Anyway, let's carry on with livery chat because we didn't get very far. But let's have a look at Wookie.
That's sort of sidetracked.
Wookie's purple machine is what I'm going to call it. It's actually really nice. I like it.
Looks quite nice, to be fair. Yeah.
It's not giving me the greatest camera angle at the minute, sadly, but there you go. That's quite a nice one. Very nice. Yeah.
That's very nice, actually. Yeah.
Then we go to Sociopath, who has got a little blue wagon.
Blue and white. Yeah.
It looks like a failed Alpine, if I'm being honest. Alright, with a bit of white, and maybe not.
I've seen WeMaxes? No, yes.
No, we haven't done WeMax yet. We haven't rated WeMaxes, let's put it that way. Oh no, he's got that one from the team event, yep, bin that off. Single track, his is... It's probably... Oh, 5 seconds for Chris!
Oh no, he hit the back of Xavier. Is that going to be... That's going to be a steward's thing to see if he actually meant it or not.
Oh, that could be huge. I've just realised safety car's in, so we will come back to the every chat, but that is completely race changing for Chris.
Indeed.
That we may well see it in the stewards chat. Yes, you're not wrong. We shall see after. But he's going for the move immediately. He's wasting no time trying to get this done. He's gone for the outside as well. Move done. Oh no, Xavier's sort of still there. No, but he's got it done. So Chris Bailey's going to be trying to just build the gap, I think, at this point, to be completely honest. So the issue is now for Chris, if he has to pit, he has to wait the 5 seconds, which could really cost him.
Yeah, definitely. So he's definitely hoping for a safety car now then?
Well, probably not, to be honest.
Well, not this second, but maybe in the future if they can bridge a gap.
Probably not. Well, yeah, if they can pull a gap to the rest of the pack, then yes, he will be. But we'll have to wait and see. He needs 5 seconds at least to Wookiee to sort of gain from a safety car. But track position is very, very important also around here, so... Because it is a very... But then I say that, we've seen quite a lot of overtakes, and a lot of clean overtakes, but I tell you something, Chris is on an absolute charge. He's pulled a second on Xavier already.
Oh, Smith's gone round.
Oh, Smith. Has he got damage? No, he looks okay,
no, he
so I think he's going to be alright. But Wookiee...
Chris is on a mission.
He is. He's a man possessed now. If a 5 seconds takes him to drive like this, get one every week.
Very true.
No, G-Star, he's on a bit of a charge. He's got past Doris now for P9. That's a good move from him.
Doris has the run on him. He's right on the rear, right on the gearbox.
Yeah, he really is. But he's gone. The deeper line doesn't seem to work. Like the line they take in real life doesn't seem to work so well. Again. Oh, Anton Smith's in the pit as well. So that's not ideal for him, but Anton, he's not having the best day, is he? He's not having a normal Anton day, let's put it that way. He's not having a day that we expect to see from Anton, so... I've
probably seen him more whenever it was tier 4 last season than I have on a stream.
Well...
The amount of times he has...
Yeah, I mean, he probably deserves the name of Mr. Reliable, doesn't he, to be completely honest?
Yeah.
But let's have a look. G-Star, he's right on the back of Aldrich, but saying that, Doris is still very, very close to him as well, so it's good to heat up very, very quickly here, because the G-Star's going to be a man that really wants to get those positions, because especially with Chris's 5 seconds, G-Star's a bit to gain here.
Yeah, big time.
But Doris is going to be actually closer to G-Star. Could Doris even have a look at both of them potentially?
Oh, Ziad on Martin down the outside.
Let's have a look.
Has he got it? He better contact.
Yeah, he's got it done for now. Good move from Ziad.
Very nice.
Again, he's another driver. We saw him in the sprint with incredible pace, so he's going to be a man probably now looking to at least get within the 5 seconds of Chris to try and gain that. But let's see, there's a big battle behind. G-Star's had a look at Fabian, and I'll tell you something, Doris has gone round the outside. Wow, what a move that was.
Not a normal overtaking place either. Wow.
That was brave slash stupid slash everything all in one, but he pulled it off, so fair 100%. Play. That was everything.
I passed him as well.
Yeah,
on his way on
Fabian, I think it sort of put him a bit offline, and I saw him touch the gravel a little bit, which helped Carl pass.
Okay.
But I tell you something, look at this between single track, G-Star and Doris. These three all very, very quick and fair drivers. But let's see who's going to come out on top out of these three.
I'm currently watching Zia on Waymax here, but he's got the Waymax is the RS also, so that's a bit of a train at the moment.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the battle behind because Doris is having a look. Oh, they make contact down the straight, all three of them. That's three burst into turn one. Keystar's got the lead in a minute. Single track gets a bit. Bar down, goal goes through.
Wow. Oh, and Fabian?
I have absolutely no idea what just happened. But they were 3 wide into turn 1. Carl was just there and he's just picked the pockets out of 2 of them. I tell you what, Martin is dropping like a fly. He's now got Jackson looking at him. But Jackson's not quite close enough to make a move. But Carl is the ultimate opportunist there.
What a start to this. You have to say, welcome to season 12. What a start we're getting.
The thing is, this is just MRC-X in a nutshell. It really is.
Well,
like, MRC-X every week just never fails to disappoint. But I'd see something, look at that gap for the lead now. Chris is sort of, maybe he pushed a bit too hard too soon and it started to cost him. But I think he's more focused on getting the gap to Wookiee than he is to Xavier at this point.
He's got 3 seconds at the moment.
I think at the moment, Chris will just be like, well, I'll see what the stewards say. But Saviour's making the move. He's going to take the lead from Mr. Bailey. But Bailey's actually gone for the normal Saviour tactic. So Bailey's hugging around the outside. Let's have a look.
That was close.
That was very, very close.
Went into the side of Wookie.
Oh, I cut to the end of it. But Ziad's a man on a mission. But they both got past Sociopath, which is quite important for them.
And but I see something for an extra from Ziad.
Carla's also got past Doris, which we've missed somewhere. But what is interesting is, look at Ziad, look at
oh my goodness,
Womax. Oh my goodness, he's just gone round the outside as well, but they're still side by the. Please, boys, can you stop? Oh, there's contact!
Oh, there's contact.
That's going to knock Ziad a little bit wide, but they both. Oh.
Jeez.
Oh, these guys are racing in a place they should not be racing, but Ziad's now gone for the move on the inside and he's got it done! Oh, and now Ziad's in the wall!
Ziad's lost it, he's out. You have to fail for him there, gee,
is that not a safety car?
Apparently not.
How's that not a safety? Okay, alright. I mean, we move on. But let's go look at Saviour versus Chris Part. I've lost count, but let's have a look. Saviour makes the move. I don't think Chris is going to be. Chris is so good on the brakes into turn 1. And oh my goodness, he's hanging around the outside again. But this time, Saviour's got a much better exit as well. Oh, they go so close there. Wow. Martin's had a moment. Yeah, I've just seen him drop. Oh, he's in the wall. He's backwards as well, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he's doing a flick spin.
He was facing the stewards there, not just, yeah, he's facing the marshals there.
Yeah, I think he was just saying hi towards the end, but let's see. I tell you what, Saviour versus Chris though, these two, intense. Sociopath now though, he's looking at the rear end of Womax.
As is Aldrich Fabian on G-Star.
I need you guys to calm down a little bit, because I'm still not feeling 100% and you're killing me in the first race of Season 12. Not that I'm moaning.
This is not good for you. This is not good for you.
No, it's really not. This is hurting me a lot.
Oh, Doris ran a wee bit deep into the chicane.
What Mark's just said is so accurate. This is your seasonal battle between Chris and Saviour right here. It really is.
The end of it, even
and guess what? We're at part 25 of the chapter already, and we're only one race in. But so again, it's going to be rinse and repeat. But I think this time Saviour might actually have it done. He does.
Lots of fights going on, Wookie and...
Yeah, let's have a look at those two. Look at this racing. There's oh my god, there's a side-by-side behind between Doris and G-Star. They both survived into the hairpin. G-Star has the outside, Doris has the inside. G-Star should get a better exit. Oh, it's a bit of a wheel. Oh, big moment for Anton in the background as well. Oh my goodness, guys.
I can't keep up.
No, I'm trying my absolute best, but you can't cut off anywhere right now. But I'll tell you something. Doris is now having another look at G-Star. These two are getting so up close and personal.
They are okay. They are alright.
Oh my goodness, guys.
And by the way, it looks like Saviour's got the gap to third place, which is now Womax.
Well, it's not him that necessarily needs it, it's Chris, but he is pretty much attached to Saviour, so they both probably will have it. But what's helping them is... Thing is, what's helping them is the big fighting behind, but... It still doesn't help Chris if they don't get a safety car. They need Chris probably wants Chris definitely wants a safety car at this point, so he can serve it and get rid of it. Oh, yellow in sector 3. I think that's Jackster. Yeah, huge shame for him.
He's lost the front wing as well.
Tell you what, a VSC would help Chris here.
Not at this point. Whenever he's halfway around the first sector.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Well, if it stays out long enough, it would, but they're not going to get one. Maybe they give it.
But look at Carl on Wookie. He's trying to get the exit.
Carl versus Wookie.
To get the exit.
These guys having a big fight. And look at this train of cars.
I know.
It's absolutely endless. Wookie now, though, he is another man on a mission. He's right behind the sociopath. Oh, I'll tell you what, look at that on the inside from G-Star. He's having a little look. He's trying to go round the outside of the car, but he's actually become attacked now by Doris. Doris and G-Star. Yeah. These two are going to... I think this is going to be like the battle for P3 potentially between...
Fabian side, almost side by side.
Let's go and have a look. Oh, I don't know who to go. Oh, G-Star made a move on Carl. G-Star's got it done. He's got the outside line. Is Doris going to have a little look? Good move from G-Star. He's through. That puts a gap between him and Doris. Him and Doris are going to be arch nemesis nemesis
Yep.
is that a word? Okay, we'll go with it anyway.
Arch
Oh,
enemies.
someone's pit. Womack's in the
Womack
pits.
has Doris now. He
So-
could nearly have a second move. Oh, he's ran a bit deep.
Let's have a look. Oh, he has
Yeah,
one
he was a
deep.
wee
That's
bit-
going to give Carl the opportunity to come back at him. But, oh no, Carl backs out. Very sensible from Carl there.
Doris had his entry of turn 1 a wee bit compromised after as he near hit G-Star because he had the overspeed on
Yeah.
G-Star and he just couldn't seem to get the break or couldn't seem to get the right line, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so Womax has put on a new set of softs, which...
That'll get him to possibly
Oh,
the end.
someone's gone deep. It's Doris. He's gone very deep. That's not going to open the opportunity for
Oh, and he's lost
Anton
it,
and Morpy. Oh, he's
yep,
lost.
he's round.
He's round.
And he's
Oh,
lost
his
his
wings
wing.
come off. Is that going to cause a safety car of any sort? Virtual or anything?
I
Doesn't
think
look
our
that
lineup
way.
was had enough.
I think he may have packed his bags and gone home, and I don't completely blame it. No, to be fair, he's only actually come out twice.
There's been more virtuals, really, hasn't there?
Well, and one. Well, he came out briefly as well, but Chris Bailey's making the move for
Yep,
the
there we
lead.
go again. That's all you have to hear. That's all you hear every race.
The thing is, you do realise we are going to see this at
Wookiee's
every
boxed.
single race. Oh, Wookiee has boxed. So I wonder if these guys are now trying to react to Womax. But what doesn't make a whole lot of sense is Womax is still a long way behind these guys. He's a long way off where he needs to be. Doris is also pit, but Doris has probably done that on the basis of he's just lost his wing
And he's
anyway.
lost his wing. Yeah.
So
Excuse me.
this is, yeah, here's your season-long battle, folks. That is for sure.
Yep.
Tune in every week if you want to see Chris Bailey and Saviour. with G-Star and a few others thrown in the mix as well. But these two are usually the two that run away with it. But I can assure you, it's a battle you don't want to miss. It really
No,
isn't.
not at all.
Like,
Especially with these new tracks coming into it this year. Coming into it this season.
Don't even talk about Vegas, please.
Qatar and Vegas.
I don't even want to hear about Vegas right now. I'm not ready for that yet. But
I've tried the track. It seems very flowing.
it probably is. But yeah,
Probably have
that's
to
what I'm saying.
see it.
I'm not gonna say any more about it. But I tell you what,
There we
here
go.
comes
Anton on
Anton.
card.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's having a look. Yeah, he's got it done.
He's done it.
I'm wondering if Carl's mediums maybe are feeling a bit sick. Well, I say that. Look at Chris Bailey, Saviour, and Sociopath's mediums. They're on 18 laps now. We've got 7 to go. I mean, Saviour's probably still very, very much odds-on favourite here to win because of the 5 seconds to Chris. Obviously, we could see it in the stewards. But the thing is, if Saviour finishes ahead of Chris on track, then the win's Saviour's no matter what.
Yeah,
Even with
that's
the
what
5 second
Saviour's hoping
removal.
for. I think that's what Saviour's hoping for.
So Saviour needs to just get this done on Chris, and then he's won no matter
Okay.
what. Even if the 5
Yeah.
seconds is removed, he's won. So he just needs to finish ahead of him. But I tell you what is interesting, G-Star though, I tell you what, Will, I spoke about this. G-Star started what, 10th, 11th? He always finds himself a way of getting in that top 3, and come the end of the season, it puts him every time in the title fight.
Yeah, it's there's nothing guaranteed in MRC.
No, there's
Even
really
so.
not. Oh, Saviour had a
Anton now he's
little
on a
look.
charge here. Anton's on a charge. He's just about to get past Fabian with the DRS.
Maybe
As
he's
card boxes.
finally found his rhythm a little bit here, Anton. Let's hope.
Card boxes. He was on his way backwards anyway, so I think his tyres have probably disappeared on him.
Fallen off the face of the planet. But,
Indeed.
I mean, ultimately, Carl hasn't lost a great deal. He's only come out about 2 places down from where he was anyway. Oh, actually, he's lost to Wookiee and to single track, but he is on a brand new set of soft tyres, so maybe he should catch up to single track reasonably quickly. Oh, Doris may also get him as well, but Doris has done a fastest lap of the race. There is no fastest lap point in MRC-X, remember that.
Oh,
But
I
we've got-
definitely know that.
We've got 2 very interesting battles forming here, of course. Well, I say forming. We've had Saviour versus Chris Bailey for just about ever, but then we've got Sociopath and G-Star as well for that P3
Indeed,
space.
for the podium.
And that'll mean a lot to Sociopath. I believe Sociopath's now a tier 1 driver, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Thing is, he won tier 2 last season.
Yeah.
So he did.
So he's definitely tier 1 now. So this is also his chance to prove himself. And I'll tell you what a statement he's making at the moment. So,
As
but
Chris and Xavier side by side again. Saviours took that inside line, a wee bit risky.
Oh,
Not
Chris had a
close,
bit of a moment on the
jeez.
exit. Oh, that nearly got
Very risky, riding that curve on the inside of Tarzan.
Yeah, that nearly got very, very fruity there, didn't it? But
it did. Because that inside curve of Tarzan corner can make you face the other way very quickly.
But I tell you what, we've got to remember at the same time is those guys are on very, very old tyres at this point as well.
As well, yeah.
So their tyres as hard as they can. But you got to remember, that's why as well you got to appreciate the job Sociopath did at the minute as well. He's on 20 lap old mediums and he's just about at the minute holding G-Star behind him. This is what I'm saying though, is that track position around here is very, very important. It's quite hard to just get a move done. You've got to be quite a bit faster to be able to get a move done around here. So
and patient.
Yeah. I mean, turn one is the main opportunity, but then you've got to get the exit out the penultimate corner to give you that opportunity to make the move.
Yeah,
50 viewers,
to get the launch.
Make sure you get those like buttons clicked because we want as many likes as we can get, and this is season 12, so all the hype should be here. But here goes Saviour. He's going to the inside. He usually picks the outside, but Chris defended that way, but he's got it done before the break. He even comes away.
G-Star, he's got the arrow. Is he going to try? I don't think he's close enough this time around.
G-Star's being almost surprisingly patient here. He obviously knows he's got the better, but the issue for G-Star is it's bringing Anton and Fabian now closer to him, which it could end up hurting him a little bit because he doesn't want to have to start defense. Oh, single track's out.
Martin alert. The exit of the final corner.
It's not going to bring out a late safety car though, I don't think, because it's only a caution. It would usually be out by now, so that is that. But Mylander has, I can confirm, gone home. But let's see. Bailey will just be. Bailey knows that if he wants any chance after the stewards, I'm not saying it is going to come off, we don't know, we haven't seen it ourselves. Well, Winky might have, but
I missed it myself.
Our job here is not to judge it. We will see it in the, well, the stewards will see it, they will deal with it. But Chris, to have any chance of winning this race, needs to finish above Saviour. That's the fact of the matter. If Saviour wins, he gets the win no matter what. So, let's see. So Chris he's not close enough this time.
G-Star's closer to Sociopath this time, and he's got him.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah. And I'll tell you something, don't be surprised with how old Chris and Saviour's tyres are. Oh, look at Chris though, he's having a look around the bank's corner, but he's just about survived it for the time being. But these guys, they're not giving up, are they? They're not
at all
giving up without a fight here, that is for sure. And I'll tell you something, it is absolutely amazing to see. But let's go and have a look at a little bit of YouTube chat, just while we've got a little bit of calm until the next DRS straight anyway.
Martin's not happy with what happened with him.
I don't think Martin likes Netherlands that much. Yeah, Monster says not easy to pass here. Yeah, I mean it is it's just corner after corner and then one straight really, isn't it, to be honest. Even the straight Saviour and Chris were just going around, it's just not long enough really for DRS, so.
Tell you what, even with Mark Hodgson not being in the race, he's loving it in the chat at the moment, isn't he?
How can you not love it though?
True.
This is the thing, how can you not? We've got some of the cleanest racing you've seen in a very long time, and some great side-by-side battles, really great side-by-side battles. It's phenomenal to see. I tell you what, let's go back to the battle for the lead, because Chris is round the outside, but he's run a bit deep, and that's actually going to cost him even more. And look, that gap to Saviour is looking rather imperious there, just from the exit of that corner. That's like the biggest the gap's been at 7/10.
Yeah.
So,
you're not even joking, but that's
3 laps to go. I mean, this is definitely starting. Sociopath though, he's done. I'll tell you something. The job he's done on those medium tyres to keep with G-Star, considering how old they are.
Yeah.
The thing is, the people that are watching and not even taking part, they can take so much from this race. Like, they can take the fact that Chris Bailey and Saviour have done, and Sociopath have done 23 laps on a set of mediums. That's good information for just about every driver, you know. So, and MRC-X
around wide.
Oh, that could open up the opportunity for Mr. Sociopath.
Sorry,
no, you're all good. Don't you worry about that. Just tell me to shut up every now and then. But here, the flying Italian. Where have we heard that before? Oh yeah, tier 1 every week. But we've got another one there now as well. He is on his way. He's got the DRS, but I think G-Star may just have slightly that little more grip at this stage. But no, he's actually closing. He's closing. I don't think he's going to be close enough this lap to make the move, though. But he has got Anton for company now as well. But
I tell you what, it's a 3-person lead now. Maybe nearly a 4-person fight for P3.
The other interesting bit here is, though, G-Star's taken... meanwhile, all these guys are fighting. G-Star's taking a second out of the leading 2, but it's not enough. It's not enough to put him in. I'll tell you what, though. That does mean, as things stand, G-Star's going to finish above Chris.
Yeah.
That one will, of course, be provisional, but it will put him to second, at least temporarily. And you know what? Sociopath will as well.
Yeah, it will. So Anton just needs to...
And you know what? Anton's not a million miles away either. He could, and so could all... Oh, goodness. All of them could end up in there. Chris could drop a long way here, and it's a huge shame. But again, of course, like we said, none of us have seen what will happen. But Chris will know he needs to get this move done on this lap on Xavier. This is probably going to be his last opportunity, but that gap just looks a bit too big at this moment. Xavier just seems to have that slight little bit more tight. I wonder if Xavier was a bit more careful, because obviously we saw Chris drive off a bit in the start of the stint, didn't we?
Got past Sociopath.
Let's go have a look.
Into P4.
He did. I tell you what,
corner.
This is probably making Chris's eyes very happy, because he'll be wanting these guys to start fighting. But Anton, man on a charge. What a recovery drive from Anton, by the way.
100%.
How many times did he spin in this race?
Yeah,
3, 4?
About 3 or 4, yeah. And he's now on for a podium, maybe a possible P2.
Yeah, he must. I'll tell you something. Look at him right up the chuff of G-Star right now.
Look at this. Chris Bailey has closed that gap right down to 2.5 seconds in the lead.
And I tell you what, if he can get this done on this lap, this could potentially be the race for the win. But I don't think he's going to. That straight just is not long enough. Is he going to try?
Oh, he's at the back of him.
Contact! Yeah, there was definitely contact. Let's see what's going on with G-Star and Ant. They're both surviving. But let's go into this final complex. It could be a drag. Is Chris going to be able to get close enough across the line? That's the question. Has he got enough ERS to take it to Xavier? But I think it is going to be Xavier's round 1. To
but look at Anton. Anton might have him before the line. He has Anton.
He has. Wow, Anton's got it done. He's taken P2 as well. And Chris has dropped all the way to P6.
Real.
Wow, Slorpy in P7. Womax will come home in P8. Aldrich takes the win for Challenger tier. Wookie will take second as well.
Good debut race for Aldrich Fabian.
Carl will come home. Yeah, it definitely was. Carl in P10. Doris, I'm not sure what happened to him, and your heart kind of goes out with him, because he was fighting for a podium at one stage, but he's P11. Smith will be P12, and somewhere a bit further back in his home race. It hasn't been a home race to remember for Jackster, that is for sure, but at least he has his, I think he's tier 2, I could be wrong, he's tier 1 or 2, I think he's tier 2, but he will be back on Monday at 7 o'clock to finish his race. But wow, action packed or what?
Yep, unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah, start to finish. Just, I mean, I've forgotten how to pass that. Mark gets it in tier 1. He tells me it's bad, but yeah, I mean, what a race to start season 12. Seriously, if that's what we're dealing with, and this is a track that's supposed to be hard to overtake. Oh my goodness. Oh no. And next week we've got Monza. Oh no. Monza now. Oh no. This is, yeah. It's just going to get wet. Alright, but Singapore, surely they can't overtake.
Well, you know, I'm sure they'll find a way.
Oh well, we'll see. But your race winner, Xavier, second, Anton third. Actually, let's go to the actual race results here. Yeah. Xavier takes first, Anton second, G-Star third. Sociopath 4th, Aldrich 5th, Chris Bailey in 6th, we may see that in the stewards, 7th Lorpy, 8th Wimax, 9th Wookie, 10th BitW, 11th Doris, 12th Smith, Jackster 13th, he's the last of the finishers, single track Ziad, Scottish Ninja, Danny, Melvin, Mark and Haggerboy all DNF'd. Winky, who's your driver of the day?
There's only one name you can give it to, if I'm being honest. Anton.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we're both thinking the same person here, to be honest.
The amount of spins he had, still to finish P2, was unreal.
I mean, to be honest, we didn't get a chance to look at the other liveries because there was just action on every lap, so blame Chris Bailey and Xavier for that. But The livery of the day can go to Wookie. He was my favourite, and he's one of the only ones I saw. So Wookie's getting it, and
Okay, yeah.
we both really liked his as purple. So yeah,
To be fair, it's not to be biased for a certain reason, but Saviours was quite nice for me.
yeah. Saviour's was actually very nice. So are you
Yeah.
going Saviour?
I'll go for Saviour for.
Okay,
the
so
first
you go
delivery of the
Saviour.
day.
I will go. Who did I say again? Wookie. That was it.
Wookie,
So,
yeah.
but that is it for MRC-X. What a race it was, and guys,
Unreal.
we've got 3 more races. Well, 3 more races at Zandvoort next week. We've got Tier 2 at 7 o'clock on Monday. Tier 1 at 8:45, and then me and Winky will be on track on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. No, 7:30. New
7:30.
start time.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I am sort of half brain, but. Yeah, 7:30 Wednesday, Tier 3. Don't forget to tune in. I'm not sure of the comms pairs for each, so you will see in due course. Check the check-ins, all that good stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ding that bell, because we want all the viewers we can to be watching the races next week. And obviously, if you like what you see, join us, subscribe, all that good stuff. But thank you all for watching. Winky, thank you for being my partner in crime.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure, my friend. But we will see you all on Monday. Goodbye.